Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance. Over the last few days, we've spent a lot of time testing, analyzing, and discussing Cascade's new relics. And after looking at every ability, every interaction, and every possible synergy, we've come to a conclusion that honestly surprised us. I think a lot of players are asking the wrong question. Everyone keeps asking, how much more damage does Cascade do now? But after looking at these relics in detail, I don't think that's what the developers were trying to accomplish at all. Yes, Cascade gains more damage. There's no question about that. But if you take a step back and look at the complete relic package instead of each upgrade individually, something very interesting starts to appear. These aren't relics designed to transform Cascade into the highest damage dealer in Hero Wars. They're designed to make him one of the most complete control and support damage dealers in the game. And that's a very important difference. Let's start with the first relic. Most people immediately look at the additional magic damage. I don't. The first thing I see is the 1-second stun. Because in Hero Wars, 1 second can completely change the outcome of a fight. 1 second can delay an ultimate, interrupt a healer, stop a control chain, prevent an important support ability. It's not about the damage. It's about creating another moment where the enemy simply cannot play the game. Right from the beginning, the relics are already adding another layer of control to a hero that was already excellent at disrupting the battlefield. Then we move to relic level 10. Again, most players see more damage. I see positioning. The farther enemies are from Cascade, the more damage tidal wave deals. That doesn't simply increase his numbers. It rewards good positioning and intelligent team building. And that's where another synergy immediately caught our attention. Folio? When Folio gathers the enemy team into a single line, he creates exactly the situation Cascade wants. Enemies become perfectly aligned. Cascade's abilities become much more efficient. His backline pressure becomes stronger. Instead of chasing separated targets, he's suddenly hitting a compact group exactly where he wants them. One hero prepares the battlefield. The other hero punishes it. That's excellent synergy. Then we arrive at what I personally believe is the strongest relic of the entire set. Not because it deals the most damage, but because it changes the entire fight. Relic level 20. Everyone talks about the additional sodden armor effect. For me, that's only half of the story. The real star here is the 40% physical attack reduction. Guardians? That number is massive. Because from this point on, Cascade is no longer helping only himself. He's helping the entire team. Think about today's physical carries. Yasmin, Dante, Kayla, Oya. Every single one of those heroes depends on physical attack to pressure your team. Now imagine reducing that pressure by 40%. Your tank survives longer. Your supports survive longer. Your damage dealers survive longer. Your healers have more time to work. Suddenly Cascade isn't just increasing your damage. He's dramatically reducing the enemies. That's not a damage relic. That's a support relic. And honestly, I think many players are underestimating just how valuable that will become against physical teams. Then we reach relic level 30. 5 seconds of complete damage immunity. Again, the obvious reaction is, great. Now Cascade survives longer. And yes, that's true. But I think the real value goes much deeper than that. Cascade has never struggled because he lacked damage. He's always been capable of dealing impressive damage. His biggest problem was staying alive long enough to keep influencing the fight. Now think about everything Cascade does during those 5 seconds. He continues applying watermarks. He continues using tidal wave. He continues disrupting enemy positioning. He continues applying sodden armor. He continues reducing physical attack. He continues increasing the pressure on the enemy team. Nothing stops. The enemy simply cannot remove him from the battlefield. And while Cascade remains active, the entire team continues benefiting from everything he brings. That's why I don't see this as a selfish defensive relic. I see it as another support tool. Because the longer Cascade stays alive, the longer every ally continues benefiting from his mechanics. There's another synergy that immediately came to our attention during this analysis. Krista. At first, many players might not connect these two heroes. But think about frozen needles. Krista fills the battlefield with dangerous zones. Now add Cascade. Every time tidal wave pushes, knocks back, or repositions enemies, those heroes are forced to move up across Krista's frozen needles again. Cascade isn't just controlling the enemy. He's helping Krista maximize the value of every area she creates. It's one of those subtle interactions that can become extremely powerful in the right composition. And that's exactly why I believe these relics deserve a different kind of discussion. Because individually, none of them feel completely broken. None of them suddenly double Cascade's damage. None of them instantly transform him into an unstoppable carry. But together, they reinforce exactly what Cascade was already designed to be. A hero that constantly influences every part of the battle. He controls positioning. He interrupts enemies. He pressures the backline. He weakens physical carries. He increases team survivability. He stays alive longer. And because he stays alive, everything else he already does becomes even stronger. That's what impressed me the most. The developers didn't try to reinvent Cascade. They understood his identity. And instead of changing it, they amplified it. Personally, I don't think these are the strongest relics we've ever seen. But I do think they're some of the smartest. Because they don't try to make Cascade something he was never meant to be. They simply make him much better at everything that already made him unique. So maybe the real question isn't, did Cascade receive a massive damage boost? Maybe the real question should be, has Cascade become one of the most complete support control damage dealers in Hero Wars? And honestly, after everything we've seen, I think the answer might be yes. Now it's your turn, Guardians. After seeing Cascade's new relics, do you still see him as simply a damage dealer? Or do you agree that these upgrades push him much more toward a control and support role while keeping his incredible offensive potential? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, we'll continue testing different teams, different matchups, and different synergies to see exactly where Cascade finds his place in the evolving meta. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next Hero Wars Alliance breakdown. Salute and friendship.